And so finally, I'm going to talk about how to use Twinmotion for landscape design. Now, I'm not sure how many of you sat in on some of the presentations I did on the new features of Twinmotion, so this is kind of repeating a little bit of that, but this is really nice in terms of what Twinmotion has or I should say what what Epic Games has brought to the new features of Twinmotion 2020. So what they've done is they've integrated in 3D Modeler XFrog. If you're not familiar with that, that's a procedural organic library of, of trees and plants. And it is highly detailed. And so you're going to see some really amazing details of plants in just a second, and also allows us to filter light through them and high fidelity pixel megascan assets as well. So this is an example here from a video that was produced by Epic of just a snippet from that shows the detail level that if you zoomed into these leaves and these components. I mean, it's really, really amazing what the level of detail of rocks and the vegetation, and ground cover, etc. is. And so if we take a look at that, we're to place some into our ground level here, you're going to see as we place them in and zoom into these elements, just how detailed this is and how quick it is. You'll see in a minute when we get into an example. It's also really easy and fast to add vegetation as well. They've actually allowed us to control the density, which is really important. So as an example here, looking at trees, and the same thing can be repeated for grass cover and tall weeds, etc., that can make things look a lot more like it's from a real setting. So if we have a site here, and we want to add trees onto the site to create a forest, we can actually use the new vegetation spread or vegetation scatter option. We add trees in here that we want to place into our scene or into the site. And just by clicking onto the site, it will place trees in and place them in at the different levels of the terrain, which is fantastic. And you can see how quick that is. Now we have a forest that has a variation of different types of trees in here that makes it look a lot more natural very quickly. And that's how quickly it is now to create a forest and a treescape around a project. In terms of grass, in the past, if we were working in ARCHICAD, we would be applying a texture to grass, which can look okay. But if we zoom into it, it really looks flat. It doesn't have that kind of 3D quality of what you would expect, particularly if you're zooming in or standing on the grass and looking out at a project. So here now we can do kind of the same thing. We can zoom into our library, select the vegetation spread option, drag the type of grass that we want to place onto here, and then it's going to place that. You grow the grass, as you can see here. And when we go to any other areas of the project that have exactly that same texture applied to it, you can see that we can see that the grass is applied to those areas as well. And you can see right there that even this grass that we applied has the ability for us to rotate that grass, to grow that grass, move that grass, etc., to help with that. Now they've also added in tree and plant growth controls, and this can be really helpful when, again, you're trying to finagle maybe different trees and plants, etc., around a project, and show not only how they might grow over their age, but also just to make them look appropriate around your project in terms of the views that you're setting. So as you'll see here, this is just 3 examples of 3 trees, and it's going to show how this works. So if I select one tree, I can actually use the age and I can shrink it down. I can take the next one and I can use age to grow it up. And you can see not only does it grow the trunk, but it grows the other limbs of the tree and changes it, etc. And those are 3 different variations, from a very young tree to a tree in the middle of its life to a tree that's grown to a ripe age. So these trees also have the ability for us to, as I mentioned, to change them in terms of the growth. So if we look at the forest here, here's what happens when we change that growth option. And that, structure, parking structure, you can see there as the trees grow over time, starts to, be hidden by the trees. And then we can look at what maybe the trees will look like when the project is first built and what the trees might look at that point. Then finally here we can also add rocks and ground cover. So one of the things you might see in this photo as an example is that oftentimes when we do like textures of rocks across ground, if you're just using texturing like you would in ARCHICAD, and you guys have probably seen this problem, is that the texture looks like it's really a square pattern that's just getting repeated as a tile across the ground. And even though if you looked at that one pattern, it might look really nice, the problem is that it's just repeating that one pattern in a repeated tile pattern, and it's not organic. It works great for bricks and tiles and things like that, but not so much for organic type patterns like stone. So here we're going to look at a new tool they've added in that allows us to use and create like for example, if we've got water coming in here at the edge of the ocean or the edge of a lake, and we have some stones at the edge of the as our ground starts to go into the water, we have some stones at the edge of this that we want to add in. And so what we can do here is we can again go back to our vegetation paint option, and we can drag in different types of stones and rocks that we want to appear along the edge of our water and the edge of the land. And so by kind of painting it along this edgescape here, we could then change our the amount of density of the stones and the rock cover so that it appears more like rocks hitting the edge of our coastline or the edge of the lake and gives it a little bit more character. So again, these are new tools they're adding in, and I think what you'll find, and I'll show you in ARCHICAD in just a second, is this really is helpful for helping to be able to place in vegetation and to be able to control the growth and the density of that vegetation. And so that is our tip of the week.